What's up? Hello y'all. Hello my friends. Today we are going to do a real ass get ready with me. To be honest with you guys, I was going to do a vlog and just kind of sit down on my couch and talk with you guys, but more people watch my get ready with me's than they do my vlogs. So I thought I want to do a get ready with me because I want like everybody to know what's going on. Like I don't get as many views on my vlogs as I do these videos. And I want the people who don't watch the vlogs and don't get into vlogs, I get it, dude. I find vlogs like insanely fucking boring because most people that vlog are like, now we're doing this. Now we're doing this. Look, this is what I'm doing now. And now I'm going to go here and do this. Like, it's just so boring to me. So I get it. I understand like not watching the vlogs, but dude, my hair is like, it's been over a week since I washed it and it's just not kicking, girl. I think I'm gonna put it up. I might put it up. But anyways, so what was I saying? Where was I at? Oh yeah, vlogs. I get it. I don't like vlogs either. And those of you who watch my vlogs like already know the deal, like what's going on. We're renovating our house. So it's been crazy, girl. And I'm trying to get like everything cleaned out. Trying to get my life cleared out, my mind cleared out, my house cleared out. So when we do move, we don't have like all this insane amount of stuff. It is so crazy the amount of stuff you collect over the years. Oh my God. I'm like, why do I have this? I'm not even using it. Like, why is this in my life? Seriously. What is going on? Like, why do I have this badminton set? I don't even fucking play badminton, you know what I mean? So basically that's what I've been doing. We got new carpet in our house. You know what? Give me a second. I will be right back. I'm gonna put my fucking hair up because it's just like, I can't even deal with it right now. Like this one extension is just there. Like, it's just like hanging there. I can't deal with it. So I'm gonna fun bun. Give me one sec. I will be right back. Okie doke. So much better, so much better. If I didn't already mention, my face is primed and my brows are done, which I prime my face on camera, but I never do my brows on camera anyways. So anyways, so I'm just gonna start getting ready and we gonna talk. So basically what's been going on over the past like week or so, we decided to renovate our house. We decided to get new carpet. Our ceiling in our living room was like caving in. So we had to get a new ceiling. And the problem is that, so the guys that we hired to do the carpet are, Maybelline Matte and Poreless, are professionals. They're carpet installers. They have, they're like two younger guys and they're contracted through this guy who is contracted through Lowe's, but they do it on the side as well. And it's one of Tim's employees, like grandson or whatever. So we were like, okay, cool. And he gave us, like, he came over and measured and like, you know, gave us a really good quote. So we're like, all right, cool. But the problem is that he works during the day and we, like, it would be, say, you know, one day, and this was before our carpet was installed, but after we ordered it and it came in and everything. So say, you know, they would get a hold of Tim and say, hey, we might be able to come over tonight. I would go through and deconstruct my entire living room, like take all my gaming systems down, unhook all of our cords, take all my stuff that, you know, just little things that sit around my house, take all that stuff down, move all of like the shelves and everything else that sit on the floor into the other living room. And then they wouldn't come. They'd be like, oh, we can't make it, you know, and they would tell him like, we might be able to, we're not sure yet, but it went on like that for a few days. And I wouldn't mind so much because we knew that they were like kind of doing it on the side or whatever as a side job. And we didn't mind really, like we knew the deal that, you know, they were doing it on the side and everything like that. So I understood that, but the thing was, is like they were not consistent with when they were coming. So the dude would text him and be like, oh yeah, we might be there tonight, and then not be there. And he did that like a couple of times. Like he would talk to Tim during the day and be like, oh yeah, we might be able to come tonight, we're not sure. And you know, they did that a couple of times, and every time they did that, I, like I said, had to like deconstruct my living room and make it so all they would have to move is the big furniture, because they, you know, were contracted to move the furniture as well, but only the big stuff. We told them all they had to move was the big stuff. So I was just like, oh my God, every day I had to do this. And then, like, I can't be in my house when it's like so fucked up, you know what I mean? Like, I have my house organized in like the way I want it, and I cannot stand a messy, sloppy house. Like, it gives me anxiety, and I constantly am like cleaning and doing stuff and picking stuff up, like at least the living space that we live in, you know what I mean? Like our living room and stuff like that. Like, I don't know what I'm saying. I told you guys it's been quite a week. I have to have that, my living space, like neat, like feng shui and shit. I don't know about feng shui, but my living space has to be a certain way or it like gives me anxiety. And my house was like so deconstructed for the entire week, and I was like, oh my God. And I've had people, you know, contractors at my house, because not only that, I think I mentioned my ceiling was caving in as well. While this whole thing is going on, and we wanted the carpet guys to get the carpet in before, or I mean after the ceiling guy was done, or we wanted the ceiling guy to get the ceiling done before the carpet had gotten started, you know what I mean? And they didn't. They did get the old ceiling pulled out, which was just like a process in itself, because our house is really old and the ceiling tiles were like falling apart, and girl, it's just been so fucking crazy, so crazy. So where am I? I'm gonna use this for my concealer, my Mayron HD Celebrity Pro HD Cream Foundation. I've been using this as concealer lately, and I really like it because it's very light and it highlights real good. So I don't even know where I was, dude. My like brain is on about 18 different things right now. I'm really shouldn't even be filming right now. I should be sanding my cupboards down, because oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, we also decided to refinish our cupboards in our kitchen. So we're repainting our cupboards. So I have to sand all those down and do all that. And during all this time, again, like I said earlier, I'm probably going to repeat myself a lot because I've got a lot on my mind right now. So you're probably going to hear a lot of things more than once, just FYI. So in the midst of all this, like I said earlier, have been like cleaning everything out. I was cleaning my garage out. We have like a storage room that I'm cleaning out, and I'm still in the midst of cleaning it out, which cleaning it out is like going through tubs and tubs and tubs and tubs of shit. Like, it is insanity, girl. So all last week, that's what I was doing while the ceiling guys were in my house, and the ceiling guys took a lot longer than we thought they were going to. So they come and work like a couple hours every day, but the thing is like, by the time they come here and they do like a couple hours of work, I have to go pick Aiden up, and when we get home, there's homework and then supper and then cleaning up after supper, and by the time, you know, I get all that shit done, it's like 8 o'clock, and I'm like done for the day. Like, I don't want to do anything else, you know what I'm saying? So that's basically what's been going on. And I just wanted to do, like, my ceiling guy couldn't come today, but he's coming tomorrow, and today is Monday. I'm filming this on Monday, so I thought, you know what, fuck it, I'm just gonna film a video. I'm gonna tell everybody what's been going on, and then I'm gonna tell everybody the deal. So basically, I'm probably not going to have, I'm not going to be on my schedule for the next probably week or two. I know I said that in my vlog, or possibly in another video. I don't even remember at this point. I have not gone back and, you know, looked at anything to see like what I've said or what I haven't said. I just wanted to throw it out there and tell you guys, this is why I'm not on schedule, because my life is very chaotic right now. I need like some sort of fucking spiritual cleanse or something, girl, because I've been in a very negative space lately, and I'm super not cool with it. Like, just all the stuff that's going wrong, like with the guys, you know, not being able to do our carpet when they said they were going to, which, you know, I understand why not. I get it. You know, work another job, and, you know, like Tim and I said, we don't care if you can do it or not. Like, we understand that, you know, you've got another job and, you know, you might not be able to do it after work or whatever. This is Solstice Palace that I'm highlighting with, by the way. The yellow and the pink one. Oh, I got an eyelash. We understand, come off, you know, that you're just doing this on the side, whatever, and it's not like, you know, you can come here during the day, whatever. But they just kept saying like, oh, we might be able to do it today. And they didn't. So I would rather have them say, we can't do it until next week, than for every day for them to say, oh, we can do it today, we can do it today. Because every one of those days, I was deconstructing my house for them to do it. Do you know what I mean? I hope that's making sense. I don't know if it is or not, girl. I really don't, but that's what's going on in my brain right now. So, that's the deal with the carpet. Friday, they said, hey, we're gonna put, you know, we're gonna start on your house. We're gonna put one carpet in your living room. So they came over and we were like talking to them and stuff. And Tim was like, they came over like 3:30 or 4 or something like that. And Tim told him, yo, if you get everything done tonight, I will give you an extra $100. And they were like, okay. They said, we might not get it done. Like, we may or we may not. And he's like, I'm just letting you know, if you get it done tonight, I will give you an extra $100 on top of like what he was already paying him. And they ended up doing it. They got it done. They like hauled ass. They did an amazing job. They busted their asses. Literally started at like 4 o'clock and was done by 8 o'clock. It was insanity. Almost my entire house. Like, they did our living room, and then we have another living room, which is like Aiden's little living room, and my stairs and my hallway, like beyond this room. They did all of that in like 4 hours. Like, they were fucking busting it out, busting it out. They're awesome. I love them so much. They did such a good job. I have not one complaint about them. You know, when you have contractors at your house, like, you always got some kind of complaint. You know what I mean? Even if they do a good job, there's always something like, oh, there's this little itty bitty this and here, and you know what I'm saying? The one thing, they did, I think they scratched, did I prime my eyes? I'm like too busy going off to even remember what I'm doing here. I'm going into Flamingo, BT dubs, and transition. I know did a lot of you guys get this? The Lorac Pro Mega Pro 4? I know somebody had said in my comments that it was on sale at Ulta, and a ton of you guys got it, I think, because a lot of you guys were like, I'm gonna get that, I'm gonna get that. So I will be doing a lot of looks with this coming up, because probably starting next week maybe, and more detailed looks than like what I'm doing now. You know what I mean? Because right now I'm not like gonna bust out anything crazy other than like a fucking warm smoky eye per usual. But anyways, so the one complaint I have is I think that they did scratch Aiden's TV stand. I'm not sure how they would have done that, but I don't think there's like a scratch on the front of it, but I don't think it was there before, but I don't remember if it was or not. So I don't know if it was them or not. I think it was, but I'm not really sure. But other than that, like, they did so fucking awesome. Like, so awesome. I still can't believe they got it all done. It is amazing. The carpet in our house was so fucking old. It was like 20 years old. Because if you guys watch my vlog, then you know, like, the whole story with us and this house and everything else. Like, if you don't watch my vlog, basically, long story short, we live in a house that's owned by my in-laws, and at one point in time we thought we were going to purchase it to live in it, and then we decided we didn't want to live out in the country anymore. So we, for the past year and a half, have been looking for a house, but now we're to the point where we're going to build a house, or we think we're going to build a house, because there's just nothing out there for us. So let me think of where I was. Now we're going to build a house because there's nothing out there. Like, we have been looking for almost 2 years for a house, and we just can't find anything, so we think we're going to build. So now we're back into, we think we're going to buy the property again because we're going to use it as collateral to build a house. Boom. Long story, not so short. But that's basically the gist of it. So the amount of time that we've been living here, we've been living here for 6 years. And in that 6 years, we never did anything to the house because we didn't want to put our money into a house that wasn't going to be ours. Okay. However, living here for 6 years, it's like, you know, and not being able to do anything, and especially when it's a house that needs shit done to it, big time, like, unless you are a carpenter or something, I'm gonna go into Mocha. Unless you're like a carpenter, like you got it like that, girl, don't buy a fixer-upper because it is insanity. But anyways, so I've basically been like, I want to do this, I want to do this, and Tim has always been like, I don't want to do that because I don't want to put my money into something I'm not going to be in forever. You know what I mean? He's like, we basically would just be throwing our money away. So I was like, okay. And you know, there's not much you can do cosmetically when you can't put a lot of money into stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, over the years, I've done like a little bit here and there. Like we painted the cupboards and stuff like that, but we've never really done anything. Like the carpet, I bet, was fucking 20 years old. It was so completely old. It had cigarette burns in it from when his uncle lived here. He used to like fall asleep with cigarettes in his hands, which the cigarette burns, our couch is covered, so like whatever. But the fucking carpet in the living room is bleach white. Like, who has bleach white carpet? Seriously, like, even if you don't have kids or pets, who has bleach white carpet? That is insanity, girl. Unless you are like some high-rise businessman that ain't at your house all the time, why are you gonna have white carpet? Hell to the no. So anyways, so that's why we never wanted to put money in it. Well, now that we've decided we probably are going to purchase this house, and when we do purchase it, we're going to rent it out, we decided now that we're going to start putting stuff into it since we think we're purchasing it. This whole time I've been using Mocha, by the way. So that's the deal with that. So that's why all of a sudden we're just like doing all these renovations, like, you know, just kind of out of nowhere. We're not doing them spread out, I guess is what I'm trying to say. We're not like spreading them out. We're doing them as is. And plus I just want it, since we're going to own the houses anyways, I would like it to be a little bit more comfortable living here until we do build our house. So that is what's going on with that. As far as the ceiling goes, so Tim hired one of his employees to fix our ceiling. So Tim has an employee who a couple of weeks ago found out that he's got cancer, and he, you know, obviously, this is still Mocha, by the way, he obviously took off work, but he still wants to work. He's like, I still got to do something. I don't want to sit around and like mope, and he has a really good attitude about it, honestly, because he's like, I'm not going to let this fucking, you know, take me out. It ain't going to take me out or anything. Like, I'm still going to do my thing. So he told him, oh, well, you know, the ceiling in my living room is caving in, because the guy before he was a painter was a contractor. So what do I want to use? I'll go into cedar right here with this little flat brooch here. Yeah, so he was a contractor before he was a painter. And so he knows how to do all that stuff. He used to build houses and things like that. So he's like, okay, cool, I'll do the ceiling. So he comes over and he does the ceiling, and it's taken him, you know, we understood. We completely understood that, you know, he could just come and do it like when he wants to. But he, you know, told Tim, and Tim said, are you sure you're going to be able to do this? Are you sure you're up to it? If you're not, just tell me, it's fine. You know, it's not a big deal. I'll get somebody else. And he said, no, I can do it. I can do it. However, he just recently just started chemo, and you know, he's never had cancer before. He doesn't know like what chemo does to your body. And you know, for the first bout of chemo, he was actually really good. Like, oh fuck, I can do this. Like, it didn't really make him sick. Gave him like a couple of stomach issues, but nothing real serious. He was still able to work. I mean, to talk to him and to just like see him and his mannerisms, like you never know that, you know, he just had chemo or whatever. So we're like, cool, right? But the problem is that he is not like, I don't know how to explain it without like trying, I'm not trying to be offensive, but for some reason, we don't know if it's chemo or just the cancer or what, but he's like not in his right head lately. So he came and did our ceiling and left a complete entire mess in our living room. Like a mess to the point that it took Tim and I an hour and a half to clean it up. And oh, this is Cedar again, BT dubs. And so it was just like, what the heck? And Tim was like, I do not train my guys to do this. I don't understand like why he left this mess like this. I can't believe this. And then he couldn't get a hold of him. So we had this mess in our living room, and then he couldn't get a hold of the guy. And then the next day, he leaves a voicemail. And by the way, the next day, this happened on a Wednesday, and he gets chemo on Thursdays. So on this Thursday, he leaves a voicemail and says, and he gets chemo at like 1 o'clock or something, or at 11 o'clock, I think it is, whatever it is. He leaves Tim a voicemail, like it didn't even ring, so I don't know. But he left him a voicemail saying, oh, I'll be out there at around 1 o'clock. And Tim's like, you don't have to come like after chemo. It's fine. Like, I honestly don't want you to come after chemo because, you know, that shit like tires you out. Don't feel obligated to come. I don't think I'm going to use any of the shimmery colors from this palette. I'm going to find something else. But he's like, don't feel obligated to come. We already cleaned up like what you left, basically. We already cleaned the mess up. And he was like, okay, I'm gonna come out on Friday. So, and by the way, the ceiling is still not torn down. He had come for 2 days, which this ceiling, you know, it should have only taken like an hour or two to like pull down. Yes, it was hard to pull down. I'm gonna use Peaches and Cream from the Paige palette. Yes, it was like a bitch to pull down, but I don't see it being as hard as the length of time it was taking them, because at one point he brought another guy with him. And even, you know, I can understand this guy being slow because, you know, he's got chemo and shit. Like, you know, he probably doesn't feel the greatest. And we told him, like, sit down when you can, whatever. But he brought this other guy so he could get it done faster. But then they still didn't get, like, hardly anything done. And it was him and this other guy who had left the mess. So Tim's like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what to do. I feel horrible. He's like, I think it's just, you know, the chemo and stuff is messing him up. And I think he knows that. And, you know, I just feel bad because he wants to do it. I just don't think he's capable of doing it, like, physically. So I don't know what we're going to do. I think Tim's like, I'm going to give him another chance. And, you know, because he and this other guy left our house a mess the one time, and it took Tim and I an hour and a half to clean. And then him by himself left our house a mess another time, and Tim and I had to go through and clean because the carpet guys were coming that day. So we were like, oh crap. So I don't know, it's just crazy. And he's just like not being himself. And Tim's like, I just feel so bad for him because he wants to do it and he's not like this. Like, he's been Tim's employee for like 2 or 3 years now. So it's not like he's just not himself. You know what I mean? So I feel bad. I feel awful, like even being pissed. But in the same regard, I'm like, you know, my ceiling is completely open in my house and it's really cold outside, and it's like making my house cold because we usually put our heat on between like 69 and 70. We like it a little bit cooler when it gets cold outside. And I am like trying to find something. What do I want to use? Oh, here, I'll use this Fenty. I'm going to use this Fenty as inner corner highlight. What was I saying? Oh, I forget what I was saying. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I feel like bad for, you know, being mad, but at the same time, my ceiling is like completely open and it's cold out. And, you know, that's what I'm saying. We leave our house between 69 and 70 during the winter time or during the cold months. even during fall time, you know, that's like what we like our heat on, but we've been having to put it up to like 73, 74 because the ceiling's all open and my house is really old and it's not all real tight and insulated, you know what I mean? So, I don't know what we're gonna do, but Tim's like, I'm gonna give him one more chance. Hopefully at this point, he'll be okay, because all that's left is putting the ceiling tiles up. And to be honest, I looked up a video on YouTube and I could probably put the ceiling tiles up. So if he isn't able to do it, then I can do it. I can just put them up, because it's literally just like putting them, it's like these square ceiling tiles, and you literally just put them on the ceiling and staple them to like the beams on your ceiling. Like that's it. That's all you have to do. And our beams are already there. Like if it was drywall, it would be a big deal, because you know, you've got to put the beams up over the drywall and then staple them to the beams, but we already have the beams there. So because I didn't explain why, did I? No. He told Tim when he came and looked at the ceiling that was caving in, he told Tim like the entire ceiling had to be replaced, because he couldn't just replace those tiles because of the way that they were up there. Like they weren't up there properly, and it's, you know, it's not going to be like a month or two and they'll just fall back down. So he talked him into replacing the whole ceiling, because Tim's like, I just want to tack it up. And he's like, I don't think I can do that. I think I have to replace the whole ceiling, because they're like tiles that fit into each other. So if the new tiles, or if the old tiles are like warped in any way, which they probably are because they've been up there for years, they won't click into the new tiles. So he's like, I have to do the entire ceiling, because if I, you know, get to a certain point and it doesn't fit, then I have to start all over again. So he just wanted to do the whole ceiling, because he's like, I like physically can't do just a replacement of the tiles. So that's why we had to do the whole ceiling. And then there was a point in time where because we were painting like our stairway and stuff too, the runner on our stairway, and there's like a wall that's like paneling on our stairway. We want to paint that too, and he was going to do that too. But he told Tim he didn't think he could do the painting. And I'm like, well, if you can't do the painting, how can you do the ceiling? So I don't know. I just feel so bad for the guy, but in the same regard, like I feel bad for him, but I also need to think about my house. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I told Tim he should just talk to him and tell him, you know, this is completely out of concern for, did I tell you guys what? No, I just was like going along. That was Jordana eyeliner. This is L'Oreal Telescopic. So I think Tim's just going to tell him, like, out of concern for his health, he needs to probably not do it, because that would be hard, you know? You're not feeling good from chemo, and then you got to get up and down a ladder, and your arms are in the air constantly, like stapling tiles to the ceiling. But then he really wants to do it because, you know, he wants something to do. So I don't know what's gonna happen, y'all, but hopefully we can get it figured out and everything will be kosher. So the point of that entire gigantic large fucking story is that there's gonna be people in my house probably for the most of the week. So I am probably not going to be able to stay on schedule again this week. Like today's video is probably the only video that I'll have up this week. If my ceiling is done by next week, which, oh Jesus, little baby Jesus, please God, I hope it is. If my ceiling is done by next week, then I will be back on schedule. I promise you guys, I will get back on schedule. I know you guys are like so down for the schedule, and thank you. So many of you guys have been so supportive about the schedule. It will be back to normal, I promise you, within like a week or two. I swear. I've got so much stuff going on right now. And I do not, you know, I work for myself as far as YouTube goes. I don't belong to any kind of, what are they called, like multi-channel network. I don't belong to a network. I don't like have what do I want to say, like timelines or anything like that. Like I am under myself and nobody else. I have no obligations. So for me to be able to do this as of now is fucking awesome. Which I normally don't like to tie myself up with obligations when it comes to YouTube anyways. Okay, my camera stopped recording, so there's a hair caught in my necklace. So I went ahead and just put my mascara on so I wasn't sitting there talking while I was putting it on and like jabbing myself in the eye and shit, because I tend to do that and get mascara everywhere when I do. So anyways, so that's basically what's been going on. I think I'm gonna put this. This is Chart Delish, the one that came, yeah, with the BoxyCharm. I'm trying to think if there's anything else been going on that I want to tell you guys. Did you hear my stomach? My stomach's growling. Let me put this lipstick on real quick. Okie dokes. And y'all know I do not fucks with matte lips, so we're gonna put some gloss. This is the Ulta Shiny Sheer Gloss in the color Coral. I don't know why they even color these. They all look exactly the same. Like they don't put color on your lips at all. They just put like a glittery gloss on them. Okie dokes, that's it. This is what it looks like with the lip gloss on. All dressed up and nowhere to go. That's why I didn't do lashes. I'm like, I ain't doing lashes. I'm not going anywhere. I just wanted, like I said, to do like a get ready with me just to let you guys know like what's been going on lately. So, as I said before, I don't know what the schedule is going to look like. I would definitely keep you guys updated. I always keep you guys updated with whatever's going on Snapchat. My snaps have been a little fucking haywire lately because I'm like trying so hard to get on Snapchat and like keep you guys updated and keep you in the loop as to like what's going on. And I'm trying to like share, you know, certain parts of my life, but then I always get cut off. So I'll explain, you know, I try to tell you guys stories, but then I get cut off because Tim doesn't like to be like on camera or anything like that. So, and I'm always with him. Aiden, he could like give fucks. Aiden could care less, but Tim just doesn't like to be on camera. He's just super private. So my Snapchat has been crazy lately because it's been me like, oh, this and this and this is happening and blah, blah, blah. And then I don't finish the story, and then I'm like, I'll finish the story later. And then I come back the next day and finish the story, and then I cut off another story. It's just my head, girl. It's been crazy lately. My Snapchat's been crazy lately. But I do always keep you guys updated on Snapchat. So if you have not, definitely follow me there. If you are any types of curious as to where I've been, if I don't have videos up on my scheduled days, go to Snapchat because I always explain why I don't have videos up on Snapchat. So I don't really get on Instagram and Twitter as much just because like, girl, I can only handle one fucking social media. Like I just can't imagine like having Instagram and Twitter and Snapchat and just like being on it constantly 24/7. Always on something. You think you would have to be always on something 24/7 and be crazy. So I usually, you know, I do tweet sometimes. I do post pictures on Instagram sometimes, but moreover, I am on Snapchat. So my Snapchat's always in the bottom bar. If it's not in the bottom bar, everything, every social media that I have is under my YouTube name, Beauty Junkie 101. Everything. It's spelled exactly the same. It's exactly the same. From my Instagram to my Twitter to my Snapchat, it's all Beauty Junkie 101. So I'm gonna go and probably sand my cupboards down because I need to get this shit done if I want my cupboards done by this weekend. So anyways, I totally forgot to mention, I'll show you guys before and afters too, like once everything's done, because I have taken pictures of the befores, because I think I asked you guys in my vlog if you wanted like before and afters, and if you guys like house stuff and home decor stuff and stuff like that, because I'm going to be, you know, like doing some of that. If you like that stuff, then definitely let me know in the click down. I feel like there's something else I want to tell you, but I can't remember. I'll probably remember like 3 hours from now and be like, damn it, I totally shouldn't have said that. So that's it. I'm gonna go. So, if I haven't already said it, which I may have or I may not have, I can't really remember. Thank you guys in advance for understanding and being cooperative. You guys are always honest awesome. You guys are always awesome when it comes to like me not being able to film for, you know, whatever reason. Again, I'm gonna try my best to get up what I can, but there's no guarantees and I cannot stick to my schedule. I'm so sorry. But I will be back on schedule, I promise. We will get back on schedule, girls. Probably next week, most likely. So that is it. I'm gonna go. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you have not. Follow me on all my social media here, and I will catch you guys in my next one. Peace.
No, you know what? I'm not gonna repeat myself. God damn it.